Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. If you didn't know, that was City Girl Face Down, and this is episode 133. You already know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Breezy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yes. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing out there?
Yes. You already know how this goes already. Please download the Alive Podcast app on iOS and Android and support us on there. And please follow us on all social media. This might not go well. If you're in the brain tips, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. Episode 133. How you doing this week?
I'm good. I'm laughing at the fantasy basketball group chat currently, but I'm in a good spot right now, bro. I think, back to school about to happen, just a lot of opportunities, a lot of space for growth. And I think that's all you can really want, growth and clarity. So I'm receiving opportunities to do both. So I'm definitely,
Wait, hold on. Get my gunshot ready, because I just got inspired right now. Because I know some of the niggas that's in our fantasy league listen to this. Shout out to y'all for listening, though. But I'm about to shit on you niggas right now. All right, you got the gunshot ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Southside Jedi, what happened last year, nigga? Fuck out of here. Markiva Wayne, just like your podcast, you over, nigga. Just you talking shit when last year you was in the bottom two, nigga. Fuck out of here. And the other nigga that won last year, nigga, you won by default, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'm on niggas' head tops now. You hear me? I'm on y'all niggas' head tops. I'm coming back. You already know what it is, my nigga. I'm on y'all. Y'all better not let me win, because I'll tell you right now, Slick, they let me win. When this is a famous TikTok song. When I catch you, Ricky. If I win this year, nigga, I'm talking straight cash shit. You heard? Straight cash. And also, Jamie Talks, fuck out of here too. Don't think I forgot about you. I'm good. Okay, how you doing, boy?
Yeah, that made my day. So I can't wait to clip this part and send it right to the group chat.
Oh yeah, so back to regular scheduled program. Sorry about that. Fantasy League gets very competitive, if you don't know. Yeah, this week went good, you know. I lost track. All right, this week is good, yeah. Feeling better. I mean, I'm getting a little under the weather, but other than that, I'm actually happy. I'm active now. Gym Poppy, you feel me? Summer's down, but the weather is still hot in the motherfucker. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. New York got 12 seasons, my nigga. And we go through each season at least 2 times. You feel me?
That's 8. The fuck?
Oh yeah, 3 times. My fault. Yeah, you're right. I just want to do a quick shout out to Happy Labor Day to all my West Indian folks out here, all my Caribbean islands. You heard?
Big facts.
You know the vibes. I ain't gonna lie, the Parkway look nice. You know, I'm not going because that shit dangerous. You feel me? But shout out to everyone. I hope y'all had safe. I hope y'all was safe out there. I saw a lot of people grinding, you know, shout out to Juve, niggas with the paints. Do y'all thing.
Yeah, I can keep all of that shit. The American in me was not going to none of that shit.
That's a fact.
None of that shit.
All right, let's get this episode started. Now, this nigga needs to retire. I think, Slick, you're more political than I am when it comes to politics. There need to be an age limit to our elected official, my nigga.
Absolutely.
Mitch McConnell. Nigga, how many times I'm gonna catch you freezing, my nigga? That nigga's doing the mannequin challenge live on TV, bro. Bro, with all due respect, my brother, all due respect, I think you need to hang it up, my guy. Go to retirement. The stress of being an elected official is getting to you, and it's showing right now. It is showing. he freezed a couple months ago. We didn't really talk about it too much because, respect for yourself. But this is about the second or third time, Slick. I don't know what to say, my guy. Please go retire. Go with nature. Go enjoy the rest of your years, bro, because this is looking bad now.
Bro, it's one of those things. I mean, he's not the first elected official we've seen in recent months that have, been having obvious health issues. There was, I forgot the woman's name, but, she was rushed to the hospital after being on the floor of the house for like decades. So it's just one of those things where you just kind of get like a little frustrated. It's like, how you can barely take care of yourself. How you supposed to take care of this country? And a lot of the morals and ideals that they hold are outdated. So it's kind of like, who are you really servicing?
That's offending, and that shit is crazy. And a little quick, I didn't put this on the docket. Y'all letting a nigga with leave my nigga Barry alone, bro. We talked about y'all trying to make him, part of the LGBT community. No problem with that. But how you have someone who have a 27-year-long rap sheet talking about he was Obama's bottom? Slick, you see how they trying to destroy my boy Barack? You see how they trying to destroy my boy out here, bro? Leave my boy Barack alone. He's over here making his summer playlist. He's loving Michelle. He's relaxing. He ain't really doing too much. And I ain't gonna lie, this is the first time I ever seen niggas try to tear down a president after he left office. Crazy, bro. This shit crazy.
Nah.
And you don't and Pauls, you don't even look like my niggas type anyways, my nigga. Fuck out of here. You don't even look like my niggas type. Okay? Leave my boy Barry alone. You heard?
That's wicked. That's OD.
All right, so just before we get into some serious topic, because we have a lot of heavy stuff to talk about this episode. But I just want to say the GOAT, man, Drizzy Drake Rogers. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This low key, the picture that he took with the broad collection that he acquired throughout his whole tour, that should be the album cover. Shout out to Adonis. I ain't gonna lie, I'm with other people and I'm saying he might be seeing demons on the low, but that picture, I don't know, Slick. I don't know if you saw that picture with Drake, with all the bras that he collected throughout his whole tour.
I ain't see it yet.
You ain't see it yet?
Nah.
Might be the podcast cover this week. But shout out to you, Drake. My nigga, and also I have beef with Drake low key, bro. Nigga, either tell us when you releasing for all the dogs or don't, my nigga. He at this point, my nigga, playing catch and switch with us, my nigga. He baiting and switching. Every show that he does now, he's like, I might give you more information for all the dogs. At this point, my nigga, let me know when you're releasing this shit, because now I'm hearing September 22nd. I'm hearing possibly when you do your international part of the tour, the shit might drop then. I don't know why would you drop it while you're on tour, because niggas gonna expect you to perform some of the songs in there, and that's a extra tour that you could do next year. So I doubt he's gonna drop it while he's still on tour. But my nigga, stop teasing us with this shit, bro. I fuck with you the long way, Drake, but nigga, stop this shit, bro. Please. Now, before we get into other music, Erica Mena been released from Love and Hip Hop after saying a derogatory term to castmate Spice by calling her monkey during an altercation. What's your thoughts on this, Slick?
I actually saw that video. I let it breathe for a while, because I guess you guys say in the heat of the moment people will say shit, but I think it goes to deeper rooted issues. I think that if you're unfamiliar on Love and Hip Hop, Erica Mena and Spice got into a conflict. Spice called out Erica for basically saying that she wasn't, I don't want to say she said she was an unfit mother, but she mentioned her son that doesn't want to be in the spotlight. And Erica took great offense to that. And they started cursing each other out, trying to fight. And in the heat of the argument, Erica called her monkey. And I think that, for one, children's off limits, but then she went full on racial. And I think that's the topic where, as not a black woman, you're not getting that off. Yep. You can accentuate black features, you can absolve yourself in black culture, you could, do all of these things, but when you're not a part of that community, that like, you're not going to show up. And we always know, we say everybody's black, Dominicans black, but if you don't identify as such, and your way to bring harm is to say that. And I think based on what Spice said, I don't think she said anything malicious about Erica's son, but she said that Erica, as a mother, you're not doing your son a service. Granted, she said that her son doesn't want to be on the show, blah, blah. I get that. You're angry, you're fighting. but you went full racial, full derogatory. I think that's the most off-putting part. Like, I could see why she would be upset and why she would want to go for the jugular, but I think even in those moments, you're not getting grace because like that speaks to you. When anything racial automatically is going to speak to your character, whether you were in the right or not.
Mm-hmm. I agree,
and I think you lost the bag, whatever bag you was getting from Love and Hip Hop. You lost a lot because.
But that pissed me off though. Now I agree with everything that you said, but my thing about it is the hypocrisy from Love and Hip Hop, especially Mona Scott. Y'all niggas made bands. I'm talking about a decade worth of shit that is detrimental to the black community. To be honest, if you really want to do a breakdown on what impact Love and Hip Hop has had, not only on black culture, on black folks, we can do like multiple episodes, bro. But for them to sit here and try to have such a high righteous stance on it, and Mona Scott even posting what she posted on her social media, I was like, all right, I understand what y'all got to do because, you know, obviously the outrage and everybody's calling for her to be dismissed, but don't try to be on some moral side, on some righteous side, like you're doing something positive for the folks, bro. You got niggas over here classically throwing drinks at each other, constantly fighting each other, putting a lot of people's personal business out there. That's my only problem with the whole situation. Erica Mena, we already know what Erica Mena is about. If you're familiar, especially if you're from New York, you've seen Erica Mena for years in here. You know she turns up, she get rowdy, she says some out of pocket shit. So I was just surprised. But Love and Hip Hop, my only problem was with Love and Hip Hop. Y'all niggas is not righteous at all. Please don't try to be on the side of righteousness. That's it.
That's offending.
But I mean, okay, but so Slick, real quick. So if someone mentions your kid, is no holds bar? Is there certain things where it's like, I mean, you mention certain things, it's no longer no matter. I'm going for the juggler. I'm gonna try to make you feel as hurt as I do. I think that's what kind of Erica Mena was trying to do at that point.
I can see that. I think that as a black man, there's not much I could say to another race of people that has that kind of historical context to it. I get, of course, you're speaking to, there's, I'm trying to think, like, there's definitely slurs in all language and things like that. But I think just for what that word means here, like, even if you mention my kid, like, I mean, I might just try to throw hands. I'm not with the rah-rah and the screaming, like, come see me. That's what it would have been. And I think that, again, what Spice said, was it okay? No. But I also don't think it was a 6. And I'm not a parent, so maybe that's, maybe we can ask parents, how they would feel if someone calls into question their parenting and whatnot. But to go from there to, that racist comment, that's the problem. Because, like, you want to show with black people, and this is how you feel when a black person does something to you, And I think that's what you see. When people get mad, where they go, that is who they are.
Yep.
And I think that's something we don't really talk about. And just a general sense of things, right? Because, yeah, you could say I'm not racist. Yeah, but when you were mad at a black person, you were mad at a Spanish person, you were mad at an XYZ person, what you said about them reveal how you feel or how you see them when you're upset or when you feel like they did something that you don't like. And I think that's important, right? If I call into question your parenting skills based on an observation, that's my opinion. You feel me? Versus, oh, you're a monkey, fucking dirty ass, da-da-da-da. Like, wait a minute. Where'd you get that from? I'm not oohing and on. I'm not eating bananas. I'm not swinging from vines. So I think that's where it really comes from. When you're mad, I do something you don't like, or I offend you, or I say something you don't agree with. How do you attack me? If she would have said what she said, you should have died on the operating table. I
ain't gonna lie, that shit was way worse to me to monkey. Like, that's real personal.
But saying personal versus racist.
Yeah.
That is something that is an observation. That is a fact. We know Spice almost died getting all them shots and surgeries and shit. We remember. We talked about it on this podcast. Going monkey and vernacular might sound different, but historical context, that's not an observation.
And also seen Just Hilarious tried to cape for Erica Mena. And I understand where Just Hilarious was coming from. Like, she didn't say, like, you're a monkey or you... But either way, bro, you have to understand in this day and age, what does that mean? By just even calling a black person a monkey is a no-go. No matter way you try to flip it, no way how you try to, like, set it up, bro, don't call a black person a monkey. Even if they're even acting with a behavior of a monkey. If you think they're acting in the behavior of a monkey, calling it a monkey to a black person was a no-go. So Jess Hilarious, please, baby girl, we trying to get you that permanent job at the Breakfast Club. I don't need you getting canceled for trying to stick up for Erica Mena, G. Come on, Jess, please. All right, so Slate.
What up?
Doja Cat. I've been meaning to do a deep dive. We don't have to do it because we have enough topics for this episode, but Doja Cat, I don't know what to say about her, bro. We haven't really talked about all her antics with, shaving her hair, eyebrows, not want to be first sexy, all that and above. We haven't really mentioned none of those things.
She doesn't
but this demon track.
She doesn't like black men. Black men lust for her. Everything that black men like about her, she's gotten rid of. Sorry. Think about it.
So this demon track.
What? Think about it, bro. How she popped. She caught black women's attention. And let's be real, when an artist catches black women's attention, whose attention do they eventually catch? Black men. So the girls, she's fine with the girls loving her and making music for the girls. But us, niggas, was really like, oh, her ass fat, she twerking, she having fun. We was on it. She don't like that.
That's a fact.
She don't, and it's like,
and she was in those racist chats.
She don't like that. She on that incel. Her nigga she fucking now. The white guy, he's supposedly racist. I don't know his name, so it's not defamation. But it's one of those situations. We be like, yo, yeah, nah, we not her demographic. She trying to get us out the paint, and the music fire. So that's the good thing. We gonna still rock by. She wants that autonomy to be like, yo, judging my music, not my body. Even though her body is what got her there. Not saying she wasn't talented, but the mood and the way she presented herself opened up a lot of eyes to how fire. It made us listen to her music and take it seriously. It made her stand out. And then now she a pop star. It's over. She don't want that no more.
Now, as far as the Paint the Town Red track, I kind of hate when artists use the devil play, and I feel like that's a go-to tactic, and I hate that. Like, bro, don't tell me you're not into the devil stuff and you're doing devil things. Like, you had the Lil Nas X thing, Lil Uzi Vert. Why do artists nowadays love playing with the devil stuff, but they want to talk about God? They want to be religious and things of that nature.
Have you not realized that most artists only do that shit when they're trying to rebrand?
About it.
It's going to get you automatic clout and interest. And Hollywood, they always say it's the devil's town. It might be. They might really do it. It might be on the seance, worship the devil type shit. But the biggest thing is like Lil Nas X, Doja Cat. I don't know if Miley did it, but there's been numerous artists.
Lil Uzi Vert.
No matter what.
Playboy Cardi.
Like all these artists go into that gothic, emo, devil worship play as a rebrand method to kind of get away from the sound that they started with. Remember, once you pop, I don't want to make it sound like it's easy, but once you pop, it's easy to pop. It's harder to keep that fizz going.
What?
So, and Doja, she's been doing a hell of a job. But it's like, all right, you hit us with the, mood, and you hit in the Tia Tamara shit, like overly sexual, overly scandalous music. Then you came back with like, all right, I'm gonna go into I got bars. I'm gonna give you all that sexy music, but I'm gonna hit you with bars with it. It's like, play my pussy, but don't play with my emotions. That shit fire. That whole album tough. Then you got Say So and like that. Like that album hit. And then you come back with the last one, give it to it, yeah. You feel me? You get like that's 3 for 3, 4 for 4, whatever. But whatever album we're at. What's next? And this is where you really see artists start to that 4th, 5th album. That's where you really see them try to transition. Or you come out with a sound that's not yours. You try to transition. What do? You can either just drop the music, or you have to have a gimmick. What's the easy way?
And I think that's Doja Cat's problem. She started out with a gimmick. Bitch, I'm a cow. She's always been in the gimmick. I don't think we ever really got to see the real Doja Cat until, some of the media outbursts that she has. So I think she's going to continue doing that. She ain't good music. Apparently, you feel me? This next album that she got is going to be tough. So I ain't gonna lie, I just don't like the whole devil stuff. If I'm no problem if you into that stuff, but don't sit here and try to jack Jesus and stuff. You feel me? And you with all the devil play things. Now, real quick before we get into Diddy, yo, shout out to BG, feel me? Hot Boys finally released after serving 11 years out of a 14-year sentence, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me? Shout out to Birdman for showing support. I ain't gonna lie. A little quick fun fact about your boy B Breezy. Hot Boys, like back in early 2000, Hot Boys was my favorite group, bro. I knew, even though Juvenile, I actually Lil Turk was my favorite one out of the Hot Boys, but I fucked with Lil Wayne back then, Juvenile, BG, and for BG to finally release, hopefully he shows some love. Please stay away from Vlad, my nigga. Please stay away from all them vulture niggas that trying to get an interview out of you. Unless they trying to pay you, do not go on their platform, my guy. Please stay out of jail. Go take care of your family, bro. Do what you got to do. Now, Slick, we talk about Diddy all the time. What you think about Diddy
Take that.
giving the publishing rights back to everyone? And Mace is having a very great summer. Not only he got his publishing back right, but he also signed with Underdog. So now he getting a bag from his show. It Is What It Is with Cam. So I know Mace is happy. But what's your thoughts after Bad Boys turning 30, he gave up all those rights?
I was reading somewhere, and I didn't fact check this, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but I read that when you have like copyright or publishing rights, you only own it for like 35 years. And I think that with all these artists selling their publishing and things like that to major things, I think Diddy probably made the most money he could have off of these records. They've been remixed to death. He's given his son every sample who has been of note. He's nepotized these records. He's made money off of this for 30 years. So I think it just became a matter of like, all right, what's another 5? You know, I could give it back, get some public clout because they've been on his ass in the tabloids for the last couple months, and it does work out because like, okay, I haven't eaten off these records for years, so these artists can have their records back and they can do something. But a lot of them passed away, not in the music game no more. Yeah. You feel me? So it's like, Biggie's records go to his estate and whatnot, but it's also like how much revenue Diddy might have made. 100. Let's made 100. Let's say 100 mil. Just to be nice. Might have made 100 mil off of these. What's this family's making? A couple thousand, maybe 50,000, depending on records. If you like a major artist, a major actor, the right celebrity comes and wants to sample your track. But I mean, it's a good sign of faith. But it's like sometimes things are done too little, too late to really have the impact. Like it's a great news clip because what we know about Diddy, but if he's gonna lose them anyway. He's like, fuck it.
But I'm gonna think I'm more on the positive standpoint because like for Mace, I just mentioned Mace. Now that Mace is back in the limelight, he has It Is What It Is. I'm sure his record sales are gonna go up, so he's gonna eat more now compared to a couple years ago when he wasn't in the limelight. So it's correct what you say. Like he probably could have got some $1,000 a couple years ago, but now that he's in camera and now he's in front of a brand new audience, now to be like, oh shit. Murder Mace, let me go listen to his previous shit. So he could eat off it. So I mean, like anybody who was signed to Bad Boy back in the days, if y'all could find some way to make y'all shit hot now, it can work out. But like I said, you gotta take the good with the bad sometimes. Like this nigga finally gave it up. At least you had something to leave your family. Now, Slick, this is what I really want to talk to this week. This week was about sports over here, man. Deion fucking Sanders and the Colorado Buffs. Let's go. Niggas did not believe in my guy, Slick. Niggas did not believe in him, bro. Niggas said that they was going to lose by more than 20 points. And for them to beat TSU, the Nationals runner-up from last year, 45-42, bro. I ain't gonna lie, real quick. I'm really excited for Deion Sanders and the Buffs because I've been watching his son, Deion Sanders Jr., Well Off Media. Go check them out if you want the behind the scene of the football program. He released almost daily vlogs about the whole reprogram that Deion is doing over there. So I have like sort of an attachment to it, to seeing them how they mesh. And this is a brand new squad, only about like 5 players from last year still remain, and they have a brand new team. So just seeing Deion and just the confidence that he's instilled into those young men is like, bro, it's so warm-hearted because it's like, bro, we need people like him in our community standing up for him. And I just love that his confidence, bro, of friends, motherfuckers. His confidence, the shit that and you can see it through his son, Shador, Shiloh, Travis Hunter. That nigga Travis Hunter played over 159 snaps from DB to wide receiver, bro. I'm excited for them. I know this upcoming game with Nebraska is going to be intense because this is their actual school rivalry from way back when. So hopefully they can go up 2-0, but I'm watching them. I'm excited. Shout out to Prime.
Big facts. And they beat the National Runner-Up last week. That's not being spoken about enough. So much so that they're ranked teams. They were 1-11 last year. They haven't won more than 2 games since years. So the fact that his first game on a national spotlight, Fox, so not even like you got to go to cable. This was on, everybody has access to this channel. And the way that they did it, shout out to Shador breaking school records first game. Travis Hunter went stupid on both sides of the ball. Like, yo, I said it. I was talking to my group. I was like, yo, he can lose all the rest of his games, or he can go. He can go 500 from here on out. That's better than what that school has done in the last decade.
Facts.
Let him go. What, 8-2? You know, get them to a bowl game. Not even just a regular. It could be. It only gotta be like one of those, the big 3, big 4 bowl. Like, get them to a bowl game. What does that do for his recruitment? Now you see, you got your stars. You got stars that are going to pull up. He got Travis Hunter for another year. He got Shador for another year. You get that offensive line a little stronger. You get that D-line a little bit stronger because they cornerbacks is solid. They secondary is solid. They just need a defensive line. And the fact that line can improve and they still made plays, it's important. And you see, like he said, a black man
They've
with
only been together for a couple months.
A black man with confidence is scary to the media because we haven't seen one of those in college football in a while. A lot of times there's only one way to do it as a black guy. You have to emulate your white peers and do it their way. And if you do it, cool. But if you don't, all right, you'll be a great coordinator somewhere, you know? Yep. So the fact that, you know, and what I've been learning a lot recently is that, like, you can learn the X's and O's, the technical shit, but it's those adaptive traits that you can't teach or that are harder to learn.
That dog.
How do you
can't teach that dog.
How you bring the dogs out. How you get everybody ready. How you make people believe in shit that they, sometimes you be like, yo, we're not going to have the answers right now. That's fine. We'll figure it out. But we're going to get this shit done. And just keep doing what the fuck you got to do to get there. So shout out to Deion Sanders. Coach Prime.
Come on now. I'm continuing to watch Well Off Media. I'm continuing to support Coach Prime. Now, Shannon Sharpe, we talked about this last year. He finally made his debut this Monday. And, bro, I love it, bro. It's like two uncles at the cookout arguing about sports. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of sad that he's only doing 2 days out the week, but I understand business-wise and what he had with Club Shay Shay why he decided to do that. But this shit lit. I ain't gonna hold you, though. I ain't gonna lie. ESPN, I'm back on it now. I'm back on it, Slick.
No, I agree. I watched some of the clips. I watched that Club Shay Shay episode. It's watching their discourse. It's the thing about it's comfortable conversation. I think when you think about Skip or, Stephen A. with Max or whoever else, Stephen A. and Shannon both, like, they have respect for their peers. But it's like, we not having a real conversation. We just co-workers. We working. You say some shit I don't like. I don't respect your take. You feel me? Now it's like, all right, I might not like what you said, but I'm going to hear you out. We're going to talk about it. Even the LeBron and Jordan thing, how they was talking in circles, but it's like, yo, y'all both got your stance. Y'all going to say how y'all feel about it. And I think it's just nice and refreshing to see. Like I seen Undisputed. They ain't put all three of them niggas on the same show again. they had Keyshawn in studio. They had Richard Sherman on what's it called, via teleprompter. So it was like, all right, cool. I realized you can't have that's a lot of energy. 4 people talking at one time is hard.
4 loud people, like dominating personalities. They can't have that.
Absolutely. So definitely big shout out to Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. for just putting out great content. And shout out just like I said, black people, we putting on. We doing a damn thing right now.
Come on now. And I ain't gonna lie, if he's not black, but Rob Pelinka.
That
I ain't
nigga
gonna lie,
right
bro. Rob Pelinka. I don't usually do the whole invite to the cookout shit, but nigga, I'll send a plate to your crib. You feel me?
We'll drop off some burgers and some stuff, You
feel me? Because this all season, I ain't gonna hold you. Now, granted, the West is stacked, but
championships are not
I think the Lakers caught something here.
I think that, and I text, shout out Southside Jedi Rome. I had him earlier, and I told Akibo too when he's on our way to work. I was like, the Lakers might be the deepest team in the West. And what they proved last year is like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But the one thing about the Lakers the last couple years is that they haven't had continuity from one year to the next outside of Bron and AD. Now you're bringing back a same team that was put together in February that made it to the conference finals, and I know they got swept. They lost by a combined 24 points. Half of those points were some wild-ass three-pointers. Some shit that had no business going in. Then you got some free throws. Bron shoots the 3 instead of going to the rim. AD has one of those bullshit AD games. It was a lot of shit going on. So you're right there. Denver lost Bruce Brown. They're relying on unknown commodities to make up for that production. And you can't, even skill set wise, they might have great skills, but it's like, do they fit and have the mentality that Bruce Brown had? I'm excited to see what Peyton Watson does, but you got Phoenix. You add Brad Beal. You got a lot of great guys on the minimum, but they're minimum players for a reason. Outside of Eric Gordon, because Eric Gordon, I don't know if we talk about this, but Eric Gordon and DeAndre Ayton helped the Bahamas qualify for the fucking Olympics.
I don't know about Ethan. That nigga fuck porn stars and niggas don't learn lessons.
Can we be real? I'm gonna say the realest shit ever. Niggas fuck hoes niggas wife hoes and fuck hoes every day, B.
I ain't gonna hold you. Nigga combing her hair.
Okay.
Nigga, you didn't learn from Zion, nigga.
That's different. That's I'm gonna defend my son right now, cause first of all, Cat lay a bad. Let's keep it a stack.
Oh yeah,
Cat lay a bad, and she said they've been
fucking.
She
ain't built like Bug's Life, like you know.
And then she said they've been fucking since 2019. I respect it. If you said, and he a celebrity, he a basketball player, so she's like he get it. Like yo, get it how you live. Most of these celebrity wives was hoeing back in the day, or was still hoeing until the day they met that nigga. So it's cool. And so but then you say that they got a big four over there plus some good role players. But who else we got in the West right now? Besides those two teams, the Clippers. If the Clippers is healthy.
The Grizzlies can do something, though.
The Grizzlies got a chance. They got some depth, but they
got defense now. They got Marcus Smart.
But they lost
they got
Dylan. As much as we make fun of Dylan Brooks, that nigga was crazy enough. He was the crazy nigga you needed in the middle of that.
Wait, you saw that nigga was boxing after getting ejected? This nigga's like, he's a character, my nigga.
Boy,
that nigga's a character.
We're going to get to that in a second, too. But you really think about the teams and, like, the West is strong, but to go 1 through 12, the Lakers is... Somebody on the Lakers gonna be mad. The only reason they're gonna be happy is because AD and Bron gonna miss games. They can low manage them. I think they're gonna do the Milwaukee thing where they only play like 26 to 31 minutes a game regardless. Because you got a lot of talent. Like, after AD, you got Christian Wood, who has averaged 20 and 10 in this league. You got Jackson
and
Hayes.
Shot 34% from the three as a big man.
Rui Hachimura just shot 48% from three in the playoffs, and he's always been somebody that can give you 12 to 15 points, right? And he's gonna get quality shots because you can't just load up on him because he's on a shitty Wizards team. Freaking Vanderbilt, with Phil Handy working on his handle and helping him get to the rim, that's going to be important. If he gets that jump shot worked out.
And the defense stopper, too.
Defensive stopper.
He shut down Curry.
Jackson Hayes, athletic freak at center. He's your fifth big man. For some teams, he'd be their first big man off the bench. And then
what's your thoughts about Dennis Schroeder and Lonnie Walker leaving?
I think you replace Dennis Schroeder with Gabe Vincent. And Gabe Vincent, you got him for 1 year longer than Schroeder. I think the thing about Schroeder is that he was streaky. And can Vincent be streaky too? Yes. But I think his game, playing with Jimmy, playing off with all those Miami guys, he didn't have to have he's used to not having the ball in his hands. But when he does have it, he makes quick moves. He killed the Knicks. He killed us. Let's keep it a stack. When Jimmy was hurt or we was making runs in those games, especially those early games in the Garden, Gabe Vincent was the one giving us hell. You feel me? So I like the fit as a catch and shoot option. Doesn't need the ball really to be as effective as Schroeder did. Lonnie Walker replacing him with Taurean Prince and Cam Reddish. I think that
Taurean Prince is a good pickup.
I think that Taurean Prince knows his role. He's if he gets hot, he's going to, again, good open shot shooter, not going to be asked to do too much, play some defense, shoot some threes. I think for Lonnie, he has athleticism. He was a little bit streakier of a shooter than you would want. So I appreciate that, and I shout for what he did. He's in Brooklyn, so he's going to get a chance to stein because, Brooklyn needs scoring. Yep. But I like the upgrades that Lakers made. Like I said, 1 through 10, 1 through 12, even like the young boy, Max Christie, Jaden Hood-Schifino, they got skill sets where, like, maybe not this year, but in a year or two, especially if Bron leave, they could be a starting backcourt, I think.
I agree, bro. I'm excited. This NBA season, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still waiting for what they're gonna do with Dame. I don't know if they're gonna actually send him to Miami.
He's going to Miami, but it's gonna take a while. They're gonna try to make sure
James Harden, I ain't gonna lie, James Harden, you lost your card, James Harden. Like, bro, you can't be demanding all these things and don't have a championship to show for it. You're gonna have to suck it up, win a championship in Philly, and then you could go back to Houston or Atlanta and be with the strip clubs and the rappers again, bro. But you gotta produce something in the playoffs if you want to move the way you want to move.
Highest of keys. If I was Atlanta, knowing that we having an issue with Trae Young, I consider that.
Oh yeah,
Trae Young.
Would he do good? Trae Young would do good with the Sixers.
I think they'd be small in the backcourt, but I think that Trae Young, what we don't give him credit for, because the media doesn't give him credit for it, is that he, like young Harden and Luka, is an offensive assistant to himself. He's going to make guys better. So the fact that you got Embiid who can get 30 on the block, but then when Embiid comes out, you got a guard that can actually go get. Harden's not getting you 30 no more. At least not a clean 30. Trae Young's going to get you a clean 30 every night with 10, 12 assists.
I agree. I'm with that.
So I'm in Atlanta, and I know Harden love the strippers. You send Harden down there. Him and DeJounte Murray can guard the point guards. Yo,
hang on, that's a tough move. So Sixers, Dan Morey, he called you a liar. Fix my boy. You feel me?
Trae Young is the guy. Trae Young is the guy they need to go get.
Yeah, I think the Lakers was trying to go for Trae Young as well.
They could. They could, but I mean,
I don't mind that, but we're gonna have to trade a lot of good pieces for him. Which I'm like,
you gonna trade
what do
D'Lo?
you think?
You gonna trade D'Lo? You gonna trade Rui?
Oh yeah, you can trade that nigga.
You gonna trade D'Lo, Rui, Hood-Schifino, probably Christie, and whatever picks you got coming up in the future. But they're gonna be like 5-6 years out. So you're gonna trade the 20. Okay. You're gonna trade the 2030. You're gonna trade the 2032.
I would keep Rui though. Rui, I would try my best to keep him. I would try my best.
But think about it. You just got Christian Wood. You have Cam Reddish and Taurean Prince and Rui Hachimura, who all and Bron. They all could do the same thing to varying levels of success. I would trust that. I know Cam Reddish can lock up, right? He just hasn't had a proper opportunity on a really, really good team. Knicks was struggling when he was there for a bit. I would trust that Taurean Prince knows his role, and I think Rui got overpaid by about $5 million. So if you take his money and D'Lo's money, they equate to a max player money wise. You could get to the money, you can give a prospect, and you can figure out how to maneuver and pick swap and whatnot. Because the Lakers are done with the AD trade picks next year. Because based on this roster, New Orleans is not trading picks with them this year. They like, nah, nigga, y'all got it. We're gonna take that 20. Take our chances next year. Bron might retire.
That's a fact. So now, what's your thoughts about Team USA losing to Lithuania, and Dylan Brooks getting Luka ejected, boxing? What's your whole thoughts on that?
I love the World Cup. I think the World Cup is how I fell in love with basketball. I remember I watched my first time watching the basketball with actually caring about it. Me and Holy Man watched the Wayne Wade versus Kirk Heinrich in them against Chicago in 2006 on the Miami East championship run. But I think that summer they had the FIBA World Tournament in Japan. That was Bron, Melo, and D Wade and young Chris Paul, young Dwight Howard. So I love FIBA basketball. And while I say this is the weakest Team USA I've seen in my 30
Team C.
This is the CD team. I think Gilbert Arenas said it best. Like, if we had to list American-born players, because we don't have the bigs, we don't have Giannis, Joker, Cat, Embiid. We could get Embiid. He hasn't played anything yet, but he has dual citizenship. Actually, he has tri-citizenship. He has France, Cameroon, and the U.S. So everybody's vying to get him. But we don't. If you list the 12 American-born players, like top 12, probably the only person that cracks that list that's here is Anthony Edwards, and that's being nice. So you say he might be in the top 24, top 36. But the thing about basketball is basketball, regardless of talent. You can have all the shooters, all the ball handlers, the ISO guys. Basketball started out as a big man's game, and the European game, FIBA, the world game, emphasizes that you can not necessarily go, but you can smack shots off the rim. You can sit in the paint. You could throw body and elbows and shit. The USA does not have that guy. Our best big man is Jaren Jackson, who great player. I love the guy. He's not a traditional center. He's not going to get you 10 rebounds.
Dressed like Tim Duncan.
He's not going to give you 10. Tim Duncan got killed in international play too. If we be honest. But Jaren Jackson is not getting you 10 rebounds. He's not banging, and he's block happy. He's going to go for a block at the expense of a foul 7 out of 10 times. He might block it 4 times, but 3 of those times going to be fouls. You only get 5 fouls in international play. So I think this Team USA is good because I don't think the rest of the world sent a lot of it. Like, Jokic didn't play, Giannis didn't play, Luka lost to Canada. Canada, them niggas is scary.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even know SGA was Canadian, my nigga. I know RJ Barrett was, but I was like, oh this team's pretty dangerous.
So, but Canada, that's like, who are they missing? Jamal Murray, maybe a big man. They're missing like 2 guys to say that I know top of my head. And like, they're the best Canadian.
But that's fucked up because they got their style from us, though. That's the thing about it. Fine. They basically copy our steez.
But we could argue that SGA is a top 4 guard in the league right now. And he just beat Luka. He plays defense. He's in better shape. His game, it's scary. So I'm rooting to see USA versus Canada in the finals because they avoided each other so far, just based on how they both dropped winnable games. But to the USA losing Lithuania, I think it shows basketball is basketball. You need big men. You need to have somebody that's gonna go down there and get you some rebounds, make it a little tough, get some off, and you need some good luck. Lithuania hit their first 9 threes, nigga. I'm quitting. I'm walking off the court. Yo, coach, get me out of here, bro.
Niggas hit their first 9.
They hit their first 9, and in the fourth quarter, every time they cut it to 3 or 4, or even 2, bro, some wild threes went in. And you're just like, yo, what? It's not our day. You take it.
Felt like the Lakers and the Nuggets again.
Yeah, so you take it. All teams lose. There is no undefeated team in basketball. You can say Team USA back in the day, but if you think about in today's climate, with as global as the game has become, teams are going to lose. Now, if we send out the big guns, are we going to lose? Probably not. But there's a chance. Team USA almost lost to Spain in the gold medal game at the Olympics when they had Kobe and Bron in them.
I know we strapped for time. Real quick, not to piggyback on the Noah Lyles comment. I was watching the Gilbert Arenas, and I think what he said made a lot of sense. If we did go send a team to face one of the EuroLeague champions, you don't think we're not going to win by 100 points?
We are.
And I'm talking about if we send like the Nuggets, because I know they use the Nuggets against whatever Rashad played for overseas.
Oh, Libya, Liberia or something?
Yeah. You don't think niggas is going to whip niggas' ass? But that means that Jokic is still on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't see why Noah Lyles was over here talking about. Yes, he made right in a technical standpoint, but it wouldn't be a match that I would be hyped to see because, yeah, we send the EuroLeague champion to go face the Nuggets. I'm expecting the Nuggets to wipe these niggas down because, yes, we have Jokic. We have the other international players because they play for the NBA. So if they actually go face these champions of other leagues, I'm expecting niggas to wipe the floor with them.
And at times, they do invite them. I think there was a EuroLeague team that came over and beat in a preseason game and beat a
Yeah, I think somebody's coming to face the Mavericks in October or something.
Yeah, it's always good games, but I just, like you said, like, we know the most talent is here. But it's like if we had a Champions League or like the FIBA World Cup is where you can say you're the world champion country. Now, when we win, if we win, then it's like, all right, cool. Well, the U.S. got the best basketball players, and your players come here too, so we win. But I get his point. It's all technicality.
Yeah. All right, bro. If you listen to this on YouTube, please exit and go to a live podcast app, which you can download on iOS and Android, and go listen to the rest of the episode where you can listen to our songs of the week, or you can go to our Apple Music playlist or our Spotify music playlist and listen to our previous songs of the week. What's your song of the week this week, brother?
Well, I was going to play Ski Yee, but everybody keeps telling me I'm ratchet, and we did play that for like one of the opening songs in the summer, and this might be the last summer song that we get to play. So instead, I'm going to open up with a little.
Bring him from the work too, babe.
All right, that was Blast and Bino Bust Down off the 6 Tape 3. Go get that. It just came out on September 1st. It's the trilogy. Shout out to them. You can find our rest of our song of the week on Apple Music Playlist, on Spotify Music Playlist, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick. Drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Taxi Service announcement. All right, just us today, you feel me? No special guests, but Slick Eyes gonna hold it down. I don't know if this is gonna exactly be funny, because we have some serious topics to talk about. Now, I know this joke, I know they made a name for it, and it's not a joke, but BrickGate. If you was on social media, you've seen that social media influencer got hit in her face by a brick after a man tried to holler at her, and she made a video showing that no one around in the area helped her out, and that sparked a huge debate on social media. And yeah, Slick, break it down for us, Slick.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it's disgusting to see. I remember, like, I scrolled and I was like, what's happening? Like, I didn't, like, my natural, I give y'all, like, insight how I look at social media. I legit aimlessly scroll. Be like, okay, cool, booty, sports, anime. And I seen it with the lump on her head, and I was like, what the hell? And I immediately, I don't watch the video first. I read the comments, see what's happening. And I saw, like, there was people coming for support. There were also people putting her down, people calling her out because of her content. And I was like, what the fuck? So I watched it, and I watched a young, visibly shaken, visibly frustrated, visibly hurt woman speak about, a man, not only the fact that a man put her hands on her because she didn't want to give her number or she didn't want to holler, but a lot of other men standing around. And it generated a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings. I was angry. I was sad for her that she had to experience that. I was frustrated with the people that were making jokes about it. And I came across a post. I'm not going to reference the entire post, but essentially what the summation of it was, and I'll find it in my bookmarks, was basically that men only protect what they see as theirs. And I had to think about it. I had to live with that for a while. I'm going to say it again. Men typically only protect what is theirs. How many men do you know that will step up for somebody that is being harmed? And I had to, eventually I fought that. I didn't like that. And here's it. It says, historically, men don't protect women. They protect their own woman. That was the quote. And I had to sit with that. I had to think. I had to put myself in different positions. Maybe not necessarily we've seen a woman, but just see anybody get hurt, get attacked, be mistreated. And how often I personally have had this, speak up or said something rather than, turn your head away or think about, damn, I should have did something, right? And to the turn your head away section, it was a lot more, and to be transparent, there was a lot more instances of yes than to the I step in. Now, in my current role as an educator, trying to, be a role model, trying to just, force the youth, I'm more inclined to step in now. But then I had to shrink the sample. I had to be like, okay, let's take kids out of the way. Friends and family. Yeah, I'm a ride. As much as a pacifist as I am, what's happening? We're going to figure this out. Like, if we got to do it, we got to do it.
Yeah.
But then I removed another asterisk. What about just innocent bystanders? See some fuck shit. I think the most, I'll speak for myself. I'm not going to say prescribe for everybody. You stop. You survey the situation. When the cops pull up on somebody, when somebody's being chased, you look, what's happening? What's going on here? And then I shrunk it again. I thought, if I was there, what would I have done? And I didn't know. Historically, I might have watched. I might have assisted after. Hey, can I call 911? But it was one of those things where it's like, when you really think about it, it's fucking disgusting, one, that somebody can take their pride and ego and assault somebody. And I think that's my stance with a lot of shit. When shit like this happens, like, the audacity of a motherfucker because you having a bad day or something didn't go your way to hurt somebody else.
Facts.
But in a lot of those situations, we never think about everybody around and who has a chance. Like, why is nobody helping? Why is nobody doing this? Why is nobody doing that? And I think the obvious answer is that a lot of people don't want what comes with that. Right or wrong?
Oh, right.
I think that's the biggest piece. And when I say right or wrong, I mean, like, it could be a good thing that comes out of it, but it could also be a bad thing. You might get accolades, but you also can get killed. I saw a lot of women saying men don't want to do shit because men don't want to get killed. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to risk it. What's in it for them? And again, after going through that phase of like, nah, fuck out of here. I was like, yeah, you might be right. And it's not, I don't think it's an indictment on men. I think it's an indictment on the situation. And I think it's like, yo, if that's your homeboy and he did that shit, you're pussy. I'll say that.
Oh yeah,
my niggas not.
That's a fact.
My niggas not pulling that. But a lot of niggas won't. A lot of niggas won't check their niggas.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's the part where I was like, yo, if I know him, bro, what the fuck are you? What are you on? You're wilding.
But you see, that's because you have a connection with him.
I get that. That's what I'm saying. But it's like, if there's no connection to that person on either side, it is very, as disheartening as it is to admit out loud, it is very hard to say, hey, I'm going to step in and deal with that. Because now I got to take that on. You know? And again, I'm just trying to be transparent. You can say what you want.
Oh, no. I agree with you, brother. And remember, I called you earlier this week about it because I was racking my brain about just what stance on it. Now, first of all, my stance is I agree. Nobody should ever get hit, no matter what she did, unless she was trying to kill you with a weapon or so, or anything like that. Don't matter. Just because she doesn't want to give you her number, that shit is corny. Let's take a quick minute to denounce that. You niggas is pussy for doing that shit. Just because she doesn't want to give you no play, I don't care if she says no. She said that doesn't give you a right to hit her across the head with a brick. Like, who raised you niggas, first of all? And also, before I get into my whole soliloquy, instead of focusing on the niggas that was around that, quote, didn't do anything, let's focus on finding the attacker, please. Let's put some more energy on finding the attacker. I'm hearing too much gender wars. I'm hearing too much, protection this way and that way. And I have not seen niggas don't have a license plate. Niggas don't have a police report. Niggas don't got nothing on attackers. I think, first of all, primary focus should be finding attackers, but not back to the situation. Slick, like you, I struggle with this concept because I struggle with the mean of protection because I'm a pretty big guy, and most of the homegirls I have, just like last week, we had a co-host, A Boogie. If you listen to the episode, she went to a birthday dinner. We was on a train. I didn't know she was on a train, but when I was getting off at the stop, because we both at the same stop because we live in the same neighborhood, she pulled up on me. She was slightly under the influence of edible. I was like, oh, nah, I'm going to walk you to the crib because her crib is right there by the train. So with women in my life, generally, I'm protective. My sorority sisters, I have nieces, I have nothing but sisters. So I have that natural protective vibe for the women in my life. But I'm from New York City, and this is not a justification, but we come from a place where they say, yo, don't get involved in stuff that don't belong to you type shit. That's what we always heard growing up, right or wrong.
Right.
Hey, if it don't got nothing to you, they're fly because that's how niggas die. Exactly word for word what we learned growing up type of shit. Not saying it's right or wrong, but it is now, do you just protect strangers now? Do you just go out your way to protect strangers, not knowing the situation, not knowing what happened? Now, I agree that the fellas that was in that environment should have at least offered her assistance, offered to drive, call the cops at least, did something instead of standing around. But I understand when the other side of men talking about, yo, I have a wife and kid at home. Now, if he was willing to smack you in the face with a brick, what he would do to another man, because he probably see you as a woman as probably not as much of a threat, but what about me now? What if he doesn't hit me with a brick? What if he actually takes out a gun and shoots me? Me being a hero, I have a wife and kid at home. What am I going to tell my wife? And probably my wife is going to be upset that I'm hospitalized protecting someone that we don't know. So it is crazy, but I kind of understand the means that guys only protect what they can control, because it's kind of like, I don't know. I say all this just to be like, nigga,
it's tough.
I generally don't know, bro.
It's tough because I think, like, as in recent history, like the last few years, I do try to pay more attention and be of service where I can. And I haven't been in too many situations where I felt the need that I was going to have to get physical or like overtly protect outside of like making sure students get home or like diffusing situations and shit like that. I could diffuse the fuck out of the situation. But again, it's just like, that's some wild shit. Like, because like, you got to think about the processing of it. I just watched another man get curved and his response was to pick up a bread. I've seen niggas, oh, you want somebody to fuck you? Then I've seen them go into full little kid mode. I've seen that. I'm like, yo, bro, you tweaking? Or like, yo, come on, man, you dead ass. Or when I was young, immature kid, like, I might have laughed a little bit because I didn't understand it. Like, why are you reacting like that? You just being funny? I didn't realize that was a shield to protect your feelings. What that nigga did was commit a felony.
Yep, facts.
You feel me? And it's one again. It's weird to really even think about, like, what does this mean? We could go rah like, nah, if I was there, I would have beat that nigga. Like, I don't know. All I can tell you is that I would have offered her some assistance.
And the thing about it too is like, what if you wasn't even there for the interaction? What if you just was walking and you just see him just smack her with a brick, not even knowing that she rejected him? And oftentimes, not to be transparent about personal stuff, I've been in situations where friends and family where DV happened, where something occurred, but that individual went back, or that person stopped justice from actually happening. When the police comes, they don't give up the right information on the person just so they could protect the abuser. So I know situations, I've been in situations of that. So it's kind of like, as a man, you don't know, because now you just probably jumped in the line of fire. Now you got yourself in a situation, then that person could have, take that person back or protect that person for whatever reason. So it's like, and it's at the club. It's not a community, because like you said with the kids, like, you signed up for that in a sense. When you became a teacher,
I'm responsible for them.
When you become a cop, you sign up for that. As a black man just wandering around, do you sign up just to protect, or do you protect what you can actually that you actually know and you actually have a connection with. Like the women in my life, yes, because I know what they would do about me.
You have
I have a responsibility. I have a duty to them. And they know that as well. So that's why they try their best to not put themselves in a situation where I hope they do their best situation not to put themselves in a way that jeopardize my life or, So I think there's tiers of protection. I think in that situation, they could at least, if they didn't want to get themselves too personally involved, shout, call the cops. But it's just a sad thing. And also just a sad thing that one thing about us black folks we're not a monolith. There's some bad black folks out here. Because, oftentimes I see this on social media on all sides from all genders. When one person do something bad,
and everybody,
you encompass everybody. Just because this one person, in which he is a dirt shit ass person, doesn't mean that black men don't protect black women. It does not mean that. It doesn't mean that. And I think we have to the power of the tongue. And not to talk about too much about the shorty, because I know they're trying to get her old things back and use it against her. And also in one of the videos, she did say something, and you have to be cautious of the power of the tongue. When you say these things, you got to be cautious. That's why they tell you to speak stuff into existence, always speak positive stuff into existence, but you can speak negative things to existence as well. I just hate that sometimes in any situation, and maybe because I'm not in the other communities like that to see it, but we're in the black community, they treat everything that we do as a monolith. If you just do something bad right now, Slick, it's all black men. If a black woman do something, it's all black women. It's kind of like, no, we're flawed human beings. We have the right to be. There's niggas that's bad. There's niggas that's good. There's niggas that's halfway decent. There's niggas that's trying to grow into a better person. We are on all spectrum, and I'm tired of the gender war. Instead of focusing on the attacker. That's my primary focus.
That's fair. That's a good place to leave it. And if any woman wants to join in, we could continue this at another point. Because I understand the idea that we are told, like, provide and protect, and what that looks like and what that means. But it's like, when you take a deep dive.
We got to redefine that too, but we say that for the next episode.
Yeah. So.
All right, Tender Thief, Slick. Let's get into a little fun. I don't know if this is a fun topic, but this shit was hilarious to me because this happened in New York City. Slick, dating apps are really not the wave, but apparently this woman in New York City matched with a guy on Tinder, but she didn't know she matched with him, but he met her. They met on some coincidence. They went on a date. Some way, somehow, she brought this man back to the crib. Slick. I don't know what happened, Slick, but apparently he stole a pair of $500 sneakers and gave it to his woman.
Oh, I seen that video. That was this? Oh. Yes. I seen that shit.
And this shit been racking up on. Oh, wait, the price tag is actually $990. Oh, yeah, you better go give it back. You better go get your shoes back. That shit almost $1. That's just almost $1,000 right there, mama. Yo.
That's wild.
This shit is crazy, though. This brings up a connection of, bro, dating apps, and also when do you invite someone to your crib? Because you gotta be cautious of that, because not a lot of people have home trainings.
Yeah, that's offending. I don't know. I missed the dating app era by like a month. So I think that that's why I think if I was bringing you around I don't bring women around.
Oh, to mention the notes, they did sleep together, so he got it the next day after.
Oh, he busted a nut and hit a lick.
Yep.
Oh, my guy. Good job, King. I was just playing. That's why. Nah. Definitely, like, I gotta be fucking with you for a minute before I bring you in my family. I think I'm like at least 4 months type. You ain't even coming to my crib. You're not coming to the house. Like, I'll meet you somewhere. If I got my own spot, you gotta come through with your own food. Come get this work and then go home.
But my nigga, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's two things, bro. Either you a bum ass thief nigga, and there was a picture of she put a picture of him. He had a cigarette in his mouth. Don't trust a nigga that has a cigarette in his mouth. Come on, at this day and age, especially a black folk, don't do that. But I ain't gonna lie, Slick, that pussy about to be trash. That nigga said, I'm leaving here with something.
That's OD, but also probably so deep, but it's probably accurate. It's probably accurate statement.
She probably bit it. She was sucking it. She got teeth marks on it. Because there ain't no way you're Slick. Imagine, bro, you meet a chick, because apparently they didn't really have any real connection. So she just invited him to the crib.
She just wanted to get her rocks off.
Girls rocks off. So imagine, Slick, you going there for a dick appointment. You like, this shit trash, my nigga. You wake up, you see a shoe that costs about $1. You're like, yo, fuck it. This shit is trash. Let me take this shit. Yo, that is wild, bro.
The fact that he live in the same city and thought he can get that off, that's crazy. That's like vacation tactics or some shit like that. You guys never see that person again.
And then you know what? And that's why I say don't play with women. Because you know how she found out that he stole her shoes? Guess what? She stalked his page, right? And then she found his girlfriend. Then she took a screenshot of a picture of his girl wearing her shoes. And she texted him like, yo, I see your girl wearing my shoes, my nigga. Send that shit back, bro.
Shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. Women, this is the episode where niggas have the audacity. I wish you guys with this. Niggas have the audacity. Because nigga, not only you had a girlfriend, but you stole her shoes, and then you presented it to your girl. I tell you, don't play with these girls. These girls are FBI agents out here, my nigga. They can track down shit, bro.
That nigga is wicked. Wicked.
All right, let's get to our choose one to close out the episode. All right, this week's choose one, Slick. Would you rather every time you use the bathroom you had to fight a snake, or survive 30 seconds with a bull in a classroom once a month?
30 seconds in the classroom with a bull. I don't like snakes. I don't like reptiles. It would never happen. I'm not doing shit with a snake. Garden snake, python, pet snake, toy snake.
You wouldn't be in Slytherin?
Fuck no. I'm not doing nothing that involves snakes on movies. I turn them off. I don't do snakes.
Wait, I didn't know you having a phobia for snakes?
I am deathly terrified of snakes. I do not fuck with snakes.
Why? This is the first time I heard this.
Deathly terrified of snakes. Me and Sal went on vacation one time. When I tell you, it was a cardboard cutout of a snake on the trail. We was riding ATVs at night. Nigga, I screamed like a bitch and jumped out the shit. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not fucking with it.
Wait, hold on. This is the same nigga. We was in Mexico. You almost got mauled by dogs.
That's a dog, nigga.
Nigga, the dogs was at your hilltop, and you wasn't yelling like this.
That's
a snake.
Yeah, nah, that's fine. I'm a dog. I'm gonna tame that motherfucker.
No, but for context, people, this was a game. I don't care what nobody told me. These dogs was a game. And when they popped out, we trespassed their territory.
We rolled through their hood. We rolled through their hood. They pulled up on niggas, and niggas really almost bit my ankle on that brackety ass bike. But it's okay. That's a story for another day. Yeah, no,
but I wanted to say, I say the story because like you was like, oh, you used to know, but you wasn't like that scared.
Nah, that shit was fun.
You tell me some snakes got you.
If we was riding through the fucking jungle and some a gang of snakes pulled up, nigga, they got me. It's over. On my mama, no, I don't do snakes. Like I remember when I was a kid and I was in South Carolina, you play basketball, but the park is in the fucking it's in the sticks, like
in the boonies.
The ball it rolled into like the little flower patch, and I looked and there was a fucking snake, so I left the ball. It's like a $60 basketball too. I went and bought another one the next day. I promise you, I do not fuck with snakes. If you know, like,
this is wow.
I do not fuck with snakes. I remember going to the zoo as a kid and they let you pet the snake, and I did it, and then that shit turned around, nigga. I walked out. I was like 4. I'm not deadass.
So you would never take like you know what they be doing in Times Square when they give you the snakes though to take a picture.
No, absolutely not. It happened in Vegas last year, and I promise you, I made them put the snake on Shorty. I was like, nope. I took the picture from like 10 feet away. No. That's protect. You talk about protection. I'm not
something new every day, bro.
I am not protecting you if a snake come around. You're on your own. Even like shows with snakes, like that shit on Peacock.
You can't watch snake on a plane.
When the snakes start wilding, I close my eyes. I swear on everything. I promise you. I don't fuck with snakes. I do not fuck with snakes. Reptiles, like I could get away with some of them, but snakes, absolutely.
Iguana.
I can fuck with an iguana. It don't bother me.
Okay, but
snakes, no. No matter what kind of snake it is, I am not fucking with it. So I will fight that bull the first of every month.
But okay, you have a classroom. You think you could survive 30 seconds with a bull?
Hell yeah,
just rampaging through that shit.
Nigga, I'm gonna figure it out. I might break a tibia too. It's cool, but I'm not taking. Every time I take a leak or go take a shit, a snake. No, that's one of my fears, bro. Like I open the toilet and a snake jump out and bite my dick. Oh, I see.
I ain't gonna lie.
Or like the shit. Remember snakes in the play when the shit came from the ceiling and just fuck Shorty? No, I'm not. I don't know. No, I'm not even have to talk about this shit because I gotta think about this.
But you bigger than most snakes though, bro.
Give a fuck. I don't want to see it. And it's the little venomous shit that take a nigga out in like 2.7 seconds or whatever. No, I am not. I'm absolutely fucking not. You want to see the real slick? Bring a snake in the room. I'm out. I'm not fucking with you. Like, I'm out. I might have to fight you.
Oh, nah, we gonna have to bring like one of those like therapists that do like phobias and stuff and kind of work you through it. It's gonna be like a little series. Or
over the years, my phobias have diminished, but snakes will never change. I used to hate being tickled. Like, I want to punch you in the face. You tickle me. Now I can get a whole pedicure and only giggle like a bitch once or twice. So yeah, like any girl that ever wanted to like tickle me or like touch my butt, I'd be like, wait, hold on. Now it's like,
hold on. Let me find like a what's a small snake? Because maybe not. You know, you're probably thinking of an anaconda. Something.
No, I'm
like
not.
Like,
I'm talking about I'm talking about a 1 foot garden snake. I'm fucking terrified.
So you telling me you want? Okay, let's switch it up. A garden snake. Every time you have to go to the bathroom, the little small shit.
I'm not fighting
over a bull.
That's gonna be the garden snake that fucking evolved to have some kind of venom or some shit to bite me or something. I'm not doing it. I don't like snakes. I'm dead ass. I will hang out in a fucking lion or tiger's den before I fucking play with a snake.
Oh, nah, come on now.
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. You can call me all types of bitch you want. I don't give a fuck. No.
I'm not gonna do that to you, brother. But damn, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just shocked because when I put this on the choose one, I'm thinking, okay, maybe you just don't fuck with snakes. I didn't know you had like a phobia.
No, I don't fuck with snakes at all. Like at all. Like I've been to the amphibian store and I see that motherfucker. I turn around. I can't do it. I'll look. As soon as that nigga look up, I'm gone. In my mind, that shit have bit me, choked me out, crawled into my pocket. Yeah, no. All
right, then. Okay, so I'm just gonna choose the bull as well. I'm just gonna throw the desk. Now, if the classroom is empty, I'm gonna go with the snake because then that nigga have. If the classroom is empty and I have to be with the bull for 30 seconds, that shit crazy though. But once a month ain't too bad, so I'm gonna go with the bull. I guess I already know where Slick is going with.
Me and that bull is going blow for blow. I don't care. I'm snuffing that nigga. Shit, like yo, it's gonna throw me around. Might puncture a lung or something. It's okay. I'm not fucking with the snake.
All right, you here first. All right, please download the Alive Podcast Network app on iOS and Android, and please follow us on all social media. This might not go. If any branded deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismight.go@gmail.com. I'm the host with the most, him Duncan, Hemi Butler, him Delaghetto, Bree Breezy, aka Poppy Size Zone.
It's your boy Slick Grayson. If I see a fucking snake on this fucking podcast cover, I swear to God. Yo, y'all be great. We see y'all next week. We out of here.
Look out.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.